Hey there, superhumans. It's Goddess Rhonda here with another Psychic Empath Superhumans Psychic Reading Report for Thursday, October 25th, 2018. So, what does the universe want us to work on so that we can get further down our path to success? And so we still have that full moon influence going on, that full moon in Taurus with the Venus and Scorpio still riling things up, not to upset us or to cause disruption, but it's sort of the universe's way of kind of saying, hey, wake up. There are some issues here, some challenges here that we need for you to work on in order to help you to get to success. So, what are some of those messages that the universe would like us to work on? Well, it looks like we're still in that same theme of trying to clean ourselves up emotionally. Now, again, don't forget that we've got Venus and Scorpio with that full moon energy still going at us. And so yesterday we talked about, this week, I should say, dealing with our conflicts, dealing with trying to figure out who we are and what our passion is. Now it's time to voice some things out. You see this card, suffering in silence. Now, this is something that especially many service empaths will do because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or they feel like they can't voice it out. Or for people in general, you want to tell your boss off, but you can't. Or you're in a relationship where you're not happy, but you feel stuck, and we're suffering in silence. And it's time for us to turn away from that inner soul suffering that we might be feeling, and instead turn to spiritual strength. Now, I know a lot of you out there, you're psychics like me, and you call yourself witches or gods or goddesses or wizards, whatever you call yourself. Now is the time when things get to be to the emotional point that it's getting to be a little bit too much. This is when we hand it over to the universe. This is when we say, you know what, universe, this is just a little too much for me. I'm really just going to go ahead and give it to you now because I know you've got all the solutions. I know that you will help me through this. So I'm just going to give it to you and stand under your strength. See, the spirit is holding up so that he can walk freely without harm. That's what we're trying to get for you guys out there today, is to kind of turn away from feeling like you're alone and you're suffering all and miserable all by yourself. See, she's sitting up here on her mountain all by herself and everything looks bleak. The universe is reminding you, you are not alone. The last thing you are is alone, and they are here to help you. So now is time to turn to spiritual strength through meditation, through prayer, through whatever emotional cleansing techniques that your magical tradition calls for. Or if you're a Reiki healer, it's time to use that Reiki on yourself, or whatever kind of energy healer you are. If you're a witch, go ahead and ask the moon, our dear sister, our goddess mother of nurture, to help us, to nurture us, to take away these burdens and let us rest like a baby in her arms so that we can get some peace, knowing that she, our mother, is going to take care of us. Or if you are a divine masculine person, you want to go to the divine masculine energy and ask God to help you. You do what you have to do, but you turn to spiritual strength. This can mean that with all the full moon energies and everything going on, life may be becoming too much to bear. And so we have to remember we are not alone. We don't have to deal with things alone. We have help. All we have to do is to ask for it. The spiritual strength, employ our meditation practices, employ our connection and our discussions with the divine. This morning, I sat down at my altar and I called up my divine counsel to help me to figure out some things that I can do to help my own situation. I call it my council of gods and goddesses or spirit guides, where I just sit and say my problem, go into the meditative state, and I get my answers. If you do this, this is where you get to go into a place of peace with the emotional withdrawal card. See this guy sitting there in front of the ocean. He's all zenned out, nice and peaceful. That's what we are looking for. And coincidentally, especially with the water, the full moon, the moon representing water, this is the time to ask her for nurture, for peace, so that we can have the clarity of mind to get done what else at all we need to do. You see this woman in the solitude card? This is where we have to actually kind of separate ourselves from other people and go into a private space. You see she's got her holy book and a temple behind her. This is, again, connecting to the divine, connecting to your soul, connecting to your spirit. You may have to get away from people in order to do that. And one of the things that might help you on this journey is, as you're going into introspection, is to figure out with the base chakra card, what has been the theme of your foundation? What has been the theme of your life? Has the theme been sadness or being overwhelmed or working too hard or being ill or whatever it is? First, if we can figure out what that theme is, then we can start a new theme. We can get off that path, step out of that story, and get on a new one. But first, we have to actually sit and think about what it is that needs to change and what has our foundation been built on, so that if it is not what we need it to be, we can go ahead and rebuild it. We are not stuck. We can, if we have to, we can just step out of that foundation and step into a new path, or start to create a new journey that's going to get us to where we need to be, where we can put the old in the rearview mirror and move on. But first, we have to really be introspective and really think about things, think about our lives, think about what it is we want to achieve, how we're going to go for it. But more importantly, in order to really affect change, we have to look at the theme of the foundation that we have been living. So that if that's what needs to be changed, because sometimes if we just change that, then we can go ahead and change our lives from the better. And then in the future, with the third eye chakra, we can actually come out of the dark and into the light and move forward on our path to success. So what you want to do is you want to stop suffering by employing spiritual strength, remembering you are so not alone. You are not alone. You have gods and goddesses, spiritual brothers and sisters, guides, ascended masters. Everyone is at your disposal, and they will help you. But sometimes that means that we have to recognize we can't handle everything by ourselves. And it's okay to call on spirit to help us, to hold us up, to get to where we need to go, to help us to really be introspective, figure out what our foundation has been built on, and if necessary, build a new one or just shore up the one that we have, whatever is going to bring us to that place of peace and help us to move on to a better future. So this has been your Psychic Empath reading for Thursday, October 25th, 2018. And I just want you to know I am on this journey with you. I am the student as well. And everything that I'm telling you I'm doing for myself, the teacher has to do the homework also. And so I am sending you whatever energy you need that's going to help you to recognize what your theme is, the foundation you've been living on, and help you to fix it or replace it with something that's going to get you on that path to joy and bring you out of the dark and into the light. Please subscribe to my YouTube station. Please visit my Facebook page, Goddess Rhonda, and hit the like button. And please also visit my website. Put in goddessrhonda.com. It'll take you to my website, because if you need help figuring out what it is you need to purge your soul of that which is causing the suffering and pain, you can book an appointment with me, and I'm more than happy to help you. And also, please check out my book, You Are Not Broken, on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. It will also help you to identify what is going on with you and how to fix it, not just on an intellectual level, also an emotional level, a spiritual level, and more importantly, an energetic level. And it comes with video references that will help you. You can follow along with me, so you don't even have to worry if you're doing the exercises right, because I am right there with you to help to empower you. So this has been your report. I am Goddess Rhonda. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste and blessed be.